Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Les habla Andrea Cruz aquí desde el centro de Filadelfia y en este momento les cuento que miles de manifestantes se están reuniendo aquí justamente afuera del Hotel LEBOUF, esto en la calle Market, donde sabemos se están reuniendo los líderes del Partido Republicano y además hace tan solo momentos llegó el presidente de la nación, Donald Trump. Sin embargo, en su llegada ha sido recibida por miles de manifestantes. En este momento, de hecho, se están reuniendo dos de estas protestas que estaban ocurriendo en distintos puntos de la ciudad. Así que en este momento voy a tratar de acercarme para que puedan tener una mejor idea de todo lo que está pasando aquí en este momento. Así que me estoy moviendo hacia allá para que puedan ver cuántas personas de hecho se han reunido aquí, han estado aquí desde muy temprano esperando para poder ver la llegada del presidente. Sabemos que hace momentos también llegó esta mañana el vicepresidente Mike Pence. También los están acompañando aquí los otros líderes del Partido Republicano. Esto es para una reunión que ellos hacen anualmente. Pero ahora les voy a mostrar aquí lo que está pasando en este momento. Aquí pueden ver este grupo. Aquí a mi izquierda había estado aquí desde muy temprano esperando la llegada del presidente al Hotel LEBOUF. También sabemos que estaba llegando primero al Hotel Marriott, pero en el LEBOUF es donde está pasando la reunión con los líderes del Partido Republicano. Sin embargo, ahora, si ven acá a mi derecha, este grupo acaba de llegar hace tan solo unos minutos. Disculpen si me estoy moviendo demasiado, pero les quiero dar una mejor perspectiva. Este grupo acaba de llegar desde la dirección de la Alcaldía de Filadelfia. La Alcaldía de Filadelfia es ese edificio que están viendo allá al fondo. Entonces sabemos que al otro lado, hace unas horas se había reunido un grupo de manifestantes y ahora están marchando, vienen aquí en movimiento. Incluso van a poder ver aquí en este momento personas, como ven, en sillas de ruedas motorizadas. Así que aquí tenemos a personas de todos los colores, todos los tamaños, distintas culturas. Ahora también les voy a mostrar aquí algunos de los rótulos. Les quiero advertir que algunos de estos rótulos de hecho tienen profanidades, tienen malas palabras, así que si en algún momento durante esta sintonía en vivo ven algo de esto, les pido disculpas ya que no tengo forma de evitar eso. Pero ahora les voy a mostrar.
From her old job.
And now in English for our English-speaking audience, as you can see, this crowd has gathered here in Philadelphia, this right outside of the Lowe's Hotel where the GOP retreat is going on right now. And just a few minutes ago, we got word that President Donald Trump has already arrived at the retreat. He's expected to give a speech in the next few minutes. But right now you're seeing, this is actually two different protests that have gathered right now right outside the hotel. So one of them is on the move, they're marching. We're not sure right now exactly in what direction they are headed, but I'm going to show you right now some of the signs that they have with them. You can see thousands of people here right now, all cultures, all colors, all races, all shapes and sizes. And again, I want to apologize. of profanity on these signs, because at this moment this is a live broadcast. I have no way of editing that, so I will try to avoid it as much as I can, but I want to keep giving you a good look, which right now they're trying to move past this point. However, there is a police barricade on one end preventing them from getting closer to the So I'm going to get closer to that now to try to show you how police are handling the situation at this moment. I speak to Commissioner Ross, the commissioner of the police department here in Philadelphia. He told me that, you know, pretty much the police department, they are used to handling these kinds of crowds. Of course, Philadelphia hosted the DNC last year, so the commissioner did mention that they have learned some lessons from that experience, and right now they're implementing some of those security measures. However, he did admit that the biggest challenge they have with these protests is once the protesters start moving without letting police know which way they are headed. Let me show. So once again, I'm trying to get close to the police barricade to show you what's going on over here. The commissioner did mention that it is a challenge for them once the protesters start moving around. We have seen in previous manifestations that actually sometimes the groups will split up. One will go one way, the other will go the other way. And of course, it's always a challenge because police want to make sure that they're keeping control of the situation and keeping the protesters safe, as well as the general public who are not participating in these demonstrations. As you can see, several streets are shut down right now. These are main avenues here in Philadelphia. So this is going to go on all day, definitely for our people, our residents of Philadelphia. The recommendation is to avoid coming through Center City today, because we know one actually took off at 11 a.m. Another one, maybe even larger, is expected to gather at 4 p.m. So pretty much the traffic situation is going to be a traffic nightmare for the rest of the day here in Philadelphia. But now let me give you a look at the barricade right here. Commissioner Ross did mention they have several units on bicycles. You can see there are several officers also keeping a check of the situation on foot. But he did mention that one of the most important aspects of their security measures is what we can. They do have undercover police in different points of the area. Of course, they're also working with the Secret Service to make sure that there are no threats to the president and to the GOP leadership. So it's definitely a huge endeavor whenever they have to take on these kinds of political events here in Philadelphia. But we do have that experience from last year, the DNC. We have had several presidential visits, presidential candidates, and of course, it's 2 years ago, it's about to be 2 years ago, we had the Pope here, Pope Francis. So the city is pretty much accustomed to dealing with these kinds of protests, these kinds of events, and that they feel pretty satisfied with how they have handled this event. I'll give you one last look at this crowd. As you can see, it's getting larger and larger by the minute. President Trump will be giving an address this afternoon. We know that yesterday one of the big topics was immigration, when he signed a couple of executive orders pretty much tightening immigration protocols around the country. He already intends to begin construction of a wall at the border. He intends to also block federal funds to sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. Philadelphia is a sanctuary city, so that has been one of the big stories here today. We spoke earlier to Councilwoman Maria Quiñones Sanchez, who is a big defender of immigration rights here in the city. And she said, you know, they have no intention, which is also something that Mayor Jim Kenney said to us yesterday. They have no intention of changing the status of Philadelphia as a sanctuary city. This means that local police will not collaborate with immigration authorities. If they arrest an undocumented immigrant, they will not report him or her to immigration authorities. This is something that has been in effect in Philadelphia since 2014, since it was first established by the previous mayor, Mayor Nutter. So this has been a big discussion here today, and we will definitely keep you informed about all the developments, as well as if President Trump does touch on the topic of immigration again today. But now I'm going to try to get back to my news truck. We're working. We're parked right by all of the action. We're already ready to go. We're set up to go live whenever it's needed. And we're not the only ones here. This is just one of our trucks. There we have another one. Here is a third one.